Hi, welcome to the Diversity of Thought podcast. The third time in this charm. I'm your host, Quasi Barry. I was having technical difficulties before, so it seems like it's fixed right now. So I want to give you guys an updates about the tattoo journey. It was a lot of pain. I kid you not, it was a lot of pain, and I need no numbing cream. I stood tall. I stood tall. My Trinidadian ancestors put a hand on my shoulder while while it was getting done. So it was a good experience. It was real. It was real surreal, especially when I had to stance for years talking about I don't want no tattoo. Nobody gonna put an ink on my body. That's how I'm not. You ain't gonna put rims on a Bugatti. I used to talk that talk, yo. But as I get older, and my I'm a glory years now at 45 and stuff. So I decided to do something different, try something out of the normal stuff. And it was a good experience. I would say it is very addictive though, because I'm already looking at what I want from my other arm. I'm already looking at it. So it's very, very addictive. And I'm excited about that journey. My guy Kenny Smith from Indiana from Inkwell Tattoo, he did an incredible job. This is just session one. I have session two coming up on October 2nd. So I have that, and then I'm looking to book my other to get my other arm done. So it was an incredible experience. The healing is a different story. The itching is nuts, but what I have been doing is I have been patting it. So anytime it itches, I pat it. Last night was rough for me, but what I did was I went to sleep. I watched Japanese anime and I went to sleep. So I want to talk to you guys. I took vacation in order for me to get this tattoo done, and I didn't take vacation in a long time. And it was a very good experience for me because I was able to unwind, detach from work. I really focused on me. Me was the priority. My kids are in their 20s now, so I no longer have to do like really, you do daddy stuff, but you don't really have to do daddy stuff, if that makes sense. So I was able to focus on me because this year is about me. This year moving forward is all about me. Kids are grown. So now I could start to enjoy my hard work. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing. The good thing about this tattoo experience is I want to get next one I can be better than the last one. And I just might do my chest. I ain't know yet. It is addictive though. You know what I'm saying? Because it changed my profile. It changed how I see myself. You know, I see myself. I've been a badass my whole life, but I look like I'm a badass now. As you can see, it's healing now and the peeling and all that stuff. I've been using Aquaphor and that's been helping. Somebody was telling me use ointment D or something like that to help me with the healing. But I know that's just the update on the chat. It was an incredible experience. I can't wait to give you guys episode two when I finish the other session. Another thing I want to talk to you guys is I was able to take myself out on a couple dates since I was home. I was able to take myself out to when I went to cut my hair. I went to a Spanish restaurant, had some Spanish food, and I also took myself to this place at home called Stone Point Grill. The food is exceptional, 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 exceptional. So I had a good experience focusing on me. I did buy the game Metal Gear Solid, and I didn't get a chance to play it. Because I'm not a gamer like I used to be, but I'm a Metal Gear Solid fan, and I did not get to play it. So that's my one regret. I probably played it on my day off. But Stony Point Grill and Home, would I highly recommend. The food is amazing. What else I want to talk about? Well, I also want to talk about the Giants 0-2. Russell Wilson looked good yesterday, but he lose it in the last second, in the last and overtime. So that was a terrible experience for me. But the Bears terrible too. So we're both terrible together. Football season for my team is over. I don't see the playoffs. I don't see us going to the playoffs. I definitely don't see Chicago in the playoffs because if they lose the next game, it's over for them. I am looking forward for basketball season because we have Michael, Jalen Brunson, Jordan, and the New York Knicks. I'm looking forward to that. All right. But I really want to talk to you guys about what I did to relax while I was home. I found myself on my balcony having cigars, having a drink, having conversations. That was so relaxing to me because at this stage in my life, I don't really want to be outside. Outside is not appealing to me. I don't want to hang. I don't want to chill. I don't want to do none of that stuff. I'm comfortable home. Everything I want to do is at home. You know, everything I want to do, all the technology, all that stuff. The only thing, only regret is I did a lot of shopping. I had my midlife crisis season. For the last 3 years. I've been shopping like crazy when it comes to clothes. So I have a full wardrobe. I just don't be going away. So it's like it's like it's like I wasted all this money on clothes. Like I do something with it. But look at my tattoo, man. I really showing it off, yo. You see? It make me feel. I really really love the experience, and I love how it look. I love the look of it. So that was a dope experience for me. You know. So I just was trying to touch bases with people, let you guys know. I tell myself I'll be on for 10 minutes. So I want to make some anime recommendations. You guys need to go and see Demon Slayer. You need to catch up on Jujutsu Kaisen. You need to watch Kaiju 8. Kaiju 8 is fire. Um, Fire Force is the next good one. You need to catch up on that. And also Bleach, the Thousand Year War. That's a good anime. So them is the four animes I really have my head locked in on. I'm current with everything else but Demon Slayer. I ain't go to see the Demon Slayer movie yet. John was like, bro, we need to go watch the Demon Slayer so we could talk about it on the podcast. I ain't get there yet. I ain't get it yet. I probably will go on Wednesday and take it in. It's supposed to be very, very good. Because I don't know if you guys saw the last season of Demon Slayer. That last episode was bananas. So it's crazy, right? Because I'm 45 watching Japanese anime, but it's a good thing for me because it relaxes me. I remember when I was real, it helped me through depression. So Naruto, watching the entire Naruto Shippuden first season of Naruto helped me with depression. So I always recommend it for any grown man because it's give you a piece of your childhood, and sometimes you need to revisit your childhood in order for you to capture that youthful exuberance you had before the weight of bills, the weight of responsibility. So it helped me. But I really plan to stream a lot more because I need this podcast to go up. Joanna and I was talking about some directions that we should go. I spoke to my guy Wesley. I need to reach out to him because he has some good ideas when it comes to that. I want to do segments with John. I need Joanna, you're right too. We need to stay childlike in the face of responsibility. That's very important because the weight of responsibility is no joke. I was a father at 21, a father of two at 23. So imagine I had no 20s. So right now it's me recapturing my 20s because my kids in their 20s, which is ironic, right? So that's the space I'm in. I want to recapture my youth. So I'm doing it. I plan to do exciting things and I plan to have it documented. I plan to get dim sum. I've been to Chinatown in New York and I've never been to Chinatown in Chicago. I drove through, but Chinatown in New York is like it's a crazy experience. Even there, you could get anything over there. You could get a kidney if you wanted to over there. They have everything. So I want to be able to go to Chinatown, go to dim sum. That was the plan over vacation. I didn't get a chance to get to it, because we want to document that since I never had Peking duck and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Trying to say, hey, dim sum. Yeah, I want to experience dim sum. So that's one of the things that I plan to do in the next couple of weeks. I want to document my experiences outside because ain't nothing like creating content just to give people experiences they could live through you, and maybe it might inspire someone to try something different. So look forward to that. So we have that in the works. The other tattoo, different segments for different friends. I plan to do segments about sports. John and I have something we plan to do called personal diary. I don't know if you guys know, but you should follow John. John does a lot of good blogging for men. Things that men need to know when it comes to how you handle your mental, how to navigate through relationship and relationship issues and stuff like that. So he have a lot of good insights. So we plan to have a segment where we call you know, personal diary. And I think it's really important that men see that. Because it's not a red pill stuff. Because I don't believe in a red pill stuff. I don't believe in I'm an alpha and you must listen and you must submit and all that stuff. I believe we could have a conversation and we could have a meeting of minds, but you got to figure it out. So that's one of the things I'm planning to touch on. But just giving you guys a little update on the tattoo journey. because it's not pretty. It's not pretty right now. All the healing, the scabbing, the itching, and all that stuff is not it's not pretty. But it's part of the journey, and it's a good journey thus far, and it's addictive. My arms, and I might do my chest. I might do my chest, which means I gotta hit the gym hard. Because they ain't gonna have me. When I hit the gym hard and I do my chest, I swear to God, next year summer, I ain't wearing no shirts. I'm half naked out here. Because you can see all this ink, I promise you. So that's my plan. But on the real talk, I think we, you know what we should do? We should get a group of people and let's go to Chinatown and go and get some dim sum. That's what we should do. And I'll let Joanna be our guide. Well, I won't let Joanna. I will ask her, can she be our guide so she could teach us about Asian foods and Asian culture since she's a celebrity chef and she be on TV and stuff. So I might reach out to her and ask her. You see, let me put this on the screen so you guys can see. Just like just like life, getting what you want isn't pretty, but the end result is beautiful. Yeah, Joanna, I agree with that. I agree with that. And I really, really agree with that. Because being a young father, life wasn't pretty. Everything was super heavy. It's not as heavy now since the kids are grown. But I was talking to somebody the other day. I said, you wouldn't believe my overhead. you know but imagine your overhead now with one less burden of, you had to be financially there for your kids, but they don't need you no more. They don't need you right now, unless they need you, but they don't need you right now because they're navigating life, they're experiencing their own stuff, and they're standing on their own 2 feet. So that's a blessing. So being in this space and stuff, this is my space. This is my time. So it could be tattoos, it could be a lot of fashion. I will still be shopping. I try not to shop, but I'll still be shopping because I believe in your presentation. Your presentation has to be pristine. That's why I didn't get my tattoos all up to my wrist. I want to be able to, when I put on a shirt and stuff like that, I don't have no tattoos peeking. Because guess what, right? How people perceive you determines the level of investment. So the one thing I hate to hear young people say, I hate to hear, I don't care what people think of me. That is the wrong mindset to have. Because how people see you determines the level of investment. If I see you as lazy, if I see you as, what I'm saying, I see you as with horrible presentation and stuff like that, my investment and my willingness to invest in you will be non-existent. So your presentation is important, you know. And I would like to mentor some young people and some young men, give them some game, because my grandfather gave me a lot of game when I was growing up, you know. And he gave me a lot of game when I was growing up, and I always had somebody to look up to because my father was very, very, very accomplished, you know. So I know what writing a man looks like. So I would like to share this. And it's a good thing my father had tattoos before me. So me doing this is part for the course. But I would say my Aunt Marion lost her mind. She lost her mind because she still sees us as we young. So she still sees us as kids and stuff like that. So she lost her mind about me having a tattoo. But it is what it is, Auntie Marion. Your boy is successful. You can do that when you're successful. Because I accomplished things before I decided to have a tattoo. I had to make sure I accomplished stuff before I was able to have a tattoo and stuff like that. So I'm in a good space. I'm in good spirits. This week is iPhone launch week and work, so it could be an exciting time. You guys have to get an iPhone 17, man. I was looking at the specs. I look at the release. I look at the feedback. I look at all the feedback and all the information and stuff. It's an incredible phone. Yeah, the iPhone 17 is an incredible phone. The Google Pixel 10 Pro XL is an incredible phone. And the Samsung S series, all the Samsung S series phones are incredible phones. And I might get the new fold. I have a fold, but I might get into Samsung fold. It all depends on what's happening this week and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward. I'm excited about what happens this week, and I'm excited about going to get some dim sum soon, because you can't go wrong if you have some dim sum. So that's my updates on what's been going on. I look forward to talking to you guys this week. We need to get a couple episodes out this week. A lot of things to talk about. I need to tap in with some young people too, because it would be dope to have some young people on here, because the younger demographic is a good demographic. They tend to get stuff viral. So probably had to reach out to a couple young guys and see if they're willing to be on the podcast just to talk about like college kids because you want to promote positivity and you know what, young entrepreneurs, if you're a young entrepreneur, I want to give you guys a platform. I want to give you guys a space to have a conversation. It's big on entrepreneurship. So peace out, people. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.